I'm gonna record it too. Then
when I went to, so we had I did a teacher appreciation event for one of the biggest middle schools in Baltimore. Actually, it's called KIPP Baltimore. I met the principal. He lives in my building, and I met him, and I asked him to do an event, and he helped me do set up a teacher appreciation event. Helped me out. It was great. I thought it was a fantastic event. I had, and if you want to see, he did a personal Excel sheet, and all these were time spots of everybody who took a time spot to come just talk to me, fill out health surveys, and check it out. Everyone showed up for that. I'd made everyone do a health survey there. Not one person ended up coming back and coming to the office after that or calling to make an appointment. And these were all people who could not come here and were interested. So I sent them emails of getting on the sheet or whatever. Not one of them responded to an email, even like not one. So that was what happened. That was like the first event. And I have all of the screening forms. They all filled it out very nicely. They all filled out the screening forms. Not one person showed up to come to the office to take advantage of the sign up. But I couldn't. So when I talked to the principal, you're not allowed to solicit. So I was originally going to have my sign up sheet and have them sign up, but I wasn't allowed to do that. So because I wasn't allowed to do that, this was the approach that we took, and which was approved by the principal. And so we gave them the teacher appreciation special, essentially. And we talked, and I made sure to value their time. We did everything, and they all loved it. I did not have one negative response to that. There was one lady who was like, "Oh, I thought we were getting cracked today," and I was like, "No, I don't do that outside the office." But she still stayed, and we talked and talked and talked. She was very invested in what I was talking about. Not one person showed up from this, and they all did it correctly, and I did it by the book. That's one. Then comes the next
well, wait,
event.
wait. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to that. So if um, so then I got done. And there's some in there. Well, a lot that said um. Oops, sorry. They uh, they said there. Let's see. There's not anything on there saying, would you like to come in? And when you say you couldn't solicit, you couldn't even tell them what the teacher appreciation special was.
Yeah, I did. So what I had, like, imagine I had a whiteboard behind me. What I wrote was like, I where's my phone? Oh, I'm using my phone. um, so I wrote behind me on the board. I did like Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. Thank you for everything you do. Teacher Appreciation Special. I think we were still doing $20 or $29 the special. And then I said, so I did it up until Friday, or no, up until Monday. If no, yeah, no, that's how I did it. We did the event special, so $20. We were changing the prices at this point, but basically it was $20. I'm assuming for my special. Then it was $29 if you waited until Monday, and then if you wait till after Monday, it goes back up to full price, basically. But since no one emailed, we extended it that next week. Still, no one bit. No one. We didn't catch any fish. But I had it written up on the whiteboard behind me, and I made sure I told them all of it after we were done talking and all that stuff. Like that was my closer, was using that whiteboard and then also giving them their teacher gift, basically their teacher appreciation gift.
Okay. Um,
And then they gave me and like I said, I followed up, sent them all an email, followed up, and
so they show, okay, so you showed me, okay, no, no. So you showed them that. Um,
I
like so
explained to them the
say I had headaches and you did a scan and stuff and you showed that this is probably because you can't guarantee where the problem is, and this is something that we do, you know.
we don't do scans. I don't take a scanner with me to these events. I just do
Okay.
them without any.
Okay, what were you doing then?
So
Just
what I did, they gave me a conference room, and what I had, people just were showing up as their time slots. They came in, and if people were comfortable with multiple people being there, because then some people I said, yeah, coming in, fill out this sheet for me, please. Once you guys fill out this sheet, then we'll go ahead and get started. So they filled out the sheet. I go ahead, start reading the sheets. Oh, talking about this, that, getting into it a little bit. Oh, I see you have neck pain. What's up? Oh, you're not ready. You're good.
Sorry.
I thought you needed me. So I see here you have low energy, low back pain, muscle stress, shoulder pain. What? And then I go, what's the number one? What's that number one that you're just kind of tired of, basically? Oh, the low back pain. I'm just sick and tired of it. Oh, okay. Well, and that's when I go into, well, did you know that that actually could possibly come from the neck because of XYZ, the spine, main highway? So I've been using the analogy of the spine is the main highway, and then the brain sends message down. And then we've all been stuck in traffic before, right? Well, what happens if this traffic jam has been there long enough? Then you can't even get off the freeway, right? It affects the exit ramps. So think of your arms and legs as the exit ramps. So I see here that you also have shoulder pain. So think of that there is a traffic jam going on long enough, and now it's starting to get into the exit ramp over here, because the nerves that connect from here that go into your arms, they start here. Does that make sense? They're like, oh, wow, that really does make sense. Okay, perfect, cool. So the fact that it's now going down to your shoulder, well, that's telling me that this problem's been there actually longer than you think of that. And I actually have a way to test for that. Like, oh, really? How? Well, through the thermography. And that's when I start using the banners. And I'm like, so you see this right here? This is a thermographic nerve scan. We would do this. You come to the office. This is what we're going to do. So you see this picture right here of the feeling versus function? This is what I'm evaluating, how your nerves, your entire nervous system is functioning. That's the first thing. And I'll know whether or not we got problems or not. Then the second thing we're going to do is now we're going to do the x-ray. So like I transition right into what we do. So they know why, like just kind of keeping it close together. And then after I explain everything that we do, how we're different, we're the only office that does motion x-ray here in the state of Maryland. And then that's when they go, and I'm like, so normally this sounds expensive, right? Yeah. Well, normally it is $465 to get evaluated at our office, but I value time because you guys took the time to come out here, just listen to me and figure out what's going on, see if we can deep dive together. I'm going to value that time. So today for you guys, it's only $20 because you guys are teachers. This is for a teacher appreciation week. We want to extend this for you. So it's $20. Now, I get it. You have a busy schedule, but the longer that this keeps going on, the worse it's going to keep getting and the more work that we're going to have to do. So in order to try to help you not take too long, well, I didn't say that exactly, but in order to eliminate procrastination, basically, we're going to extend this until Friday. And then if you wait till Monday, I get it. Schedules happen. But if you wait till Monday, the price goes up to this point. If you wait till afterwards, it goes back up to normal price. And then here's your cup. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. If you have any other questions for me, if you want to take any of the handouts, more than welcome. Take a pen, take some candy, take a sticker. Like I went all out. Not one person went.
Okay, I know you're kind of telling me kind of what you said, and you can't tell me exactly everything that they said. I would venture to say, and it's definitely a problem. Too much information in all at one time, because I'm sure you're good. I mean, it was like perfect what you said, but you just said too much, and you didn't go back to what's their pain point, instead of saying like the instance, that lady you're looking at, that page, what she say down at the bottom about her biggest fear, and the paper you're looking at, the screening form.
Getting worse.
Getting worse. So you see, now you told her, and it's true, if you don't do anything, it's going to be more, worse than. They got to say it. You got to engage the person more. That's probably one of the biggest problems I heard in you talking. And again, you're like me when I was a young whippersnapper. I would talk so much, I talk it out of it. So it's got to be so. So let me ask you, Kristen, if your biggest fear is getting worse, do you think if you let this go and don't get it checked out, it's going to get better or worse on its own? It's probably going to get worse. Exactly. You got to slow down, interject them more. And so basically, and what has she done to get rid of this? Look at the paper. Or tried in the middle. What methods have you tested?
Exercise.
Okay.
And that's it.
So let me tell you, if you have a rock in your shoe, Kristen, and you're walking and exercising, um, it's still gonna hurt, right? I mean, exercise is good, but when there's a structural problem, you know, it's not gonna help. The other thing you didn't do, which you should do, and whether you guys should look into doing the Posture Pro, take a picture so they can see, you know, their side view and stuff like that. Okay, but then I would have at least stood up and so that's one thing you did. Next thing is the hands on. You should have got up and just said, turn around, let me look at your structure. Guarantee if her low back was out, it would have been like this hip's higher, this hip's lower. Now they might not know, but if you said just try to bend down, run your hand on your leg. Don't go to where you hurt. Go down the other. Where does it feel tighter? It's tighter here. So again, then yeah. So you did, I understand. You went up to the top and you're talking all about this, which is good. But if her main problem said my low back, you need to focus just on the low back. And then did you have the chart of cause and effects to say this goes over to here and this goes over to there?
The nerve where spinal
Nerve,
levels and
yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah. I always have those with me. I have both always with me, and I explain the
So,
things to them.
it's called kind of more hooks. I know you said, catch any fish, but it is kind of like it would have been like, so if this area down here is out, you realize it's not just about your low back. It can affect your bowels. Do you have bowel trouble? Well, kind of, but I just take Metamucil. Well, you got to take something on the outside in and any stomach issues, any, leg issues. And so I would have just stuck on that. Then I would have done the finger thing. So basically what I'm concerned about is things not moving good. The subluxated can cause degeneration and arthritis to build up. So basically, it's something that's very so you talk too much. You're giving too much of information. Well, you see, it could be from the head too, and the trap. No, if you had a magic wand, Kristen, and said one thing on this chart, what would you tap to say, I want to get rid or greatly improve? It'd be my low back because I can't walk, I can't sleep when I roll over. So those are two things there that you got to focus on. You got to slow up too much information, and then did you did you wait for them to say? Because I know exactly the situation you were in, and basically what you need to do is, and I've done that before. Now here's another thing. Like the truckers when I went for the 200 truckers I talked to, and of course I said who has low back issues, and this I knew the guy. I could tell when he walked in. He was a kind of a biker dude, he's a truck driver, but he had that big old chain and the big old wallet in the back pocket. And I'm telling you what, in that one, that was the high hip, and I had everybody look. I said, look at this. I said, you see, because that was sitting on that wallet, and so when I gave the offer, I said, now I can't sit there and I couldn't put our coupon in every one because that they don't want me to solicit. Okay. But they're up here. You want to take one, or you can say they take a card, you can call us, or I've done to where you write your name on this slip for us to call you because you'd like to come in for the special. Call, write it down and let us know. Or you could have done it on their paper too. So that's what and you did good. And the one good thing you said that I was going to ask you, you did have regular value of 469 for $20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I showed them the breakdown kind of thing
Got
to
it.
like get
Good.
that.
Good. So you said now, and then how'd you say the procedure? So tell me, like, what if I say, okay, so tell me how all this works in the office, what would you do?
Wait, I'm sorry, say that again.
So if I were to say, man, I'm interested, so the special, what's this entail? What do I do?
Oh, okay. So the special, well, that would include. So all you would need to do is essentially get on my appointment sheet here. We're going to get you in a physical appointment. That's going to be your spot. All you need to do is basically pay the special price today. Okay, that's all it is. And then that's going to confirm your spot. And what that's going to include is 2 days. The first day is the whole workup. All this that I explained to you, the nerve scan, some paperwork, the x-rays, the motion x-ray, all of that's going to happen on the first day. I got to figure out if I can help you. I got to figure out what's going on. So the first day is figure out if I can help you. If I can help you, I'm not going to waste your time. So if I can help you, we're going to schedule you that second appointment. So I'm going to sit you down and I'm just going to go over everything for you and lay out a plan on how I can help. If I can't help you, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to send you to the person that could help you. That's
Okay.
what I say, basically.
And so one thing, and maybe you said it, maybe you did, but I'm just gonna go from what you're saying is the biggest thing I always say is we're gonna tell you physically what's wrong and if we can help you. And then if we can't help you, we'll tell you financially all what's involved to help you. So, and we're just focusing, which is okay, on the physical. And then they're thinking, well, they might say, did they tell you how much it cost? And even if they say the physical part, well, how much you think it costs? Kristen, I don't know. But I guarantee you, after we do the exam that first day, the second day, we'll tell you to the penny what's involved and you guys take insurance too, right?
I
No,
don't.
no, okay, you don't. Okay.
So that's another thing. Well, financial. What was it? Financially, what was the
And
second
we're
one?
gonna tell you all the physical facts and all the financial facts. So you can make a decision. Because I know that's important to you and to me. And
Okay. So Doc accepts Blue Cross Blue Shield. I don't accept any insurance. And so that doesn't that runs into a problem when I'm at events. Not so much really runs into a problem, but it screens out the people that are only looking for care for insurance. So that's fine with me because I don't as soon as I said I don't accept any insurance, it's either okay, well I'll still check you out. Like, well, like I like what you have to say, what you have to offer. I'm still gonna check you out. Or it's you got a card? Here, I'll take your card and leave. And those people I never hear from, and that's fine. I don't try to chase them down.
no, exactly. What do you do? I mean, if I have insurance, say I went to chiropractor Joe Blow and I have Blue Cross, I know it covers it, and I come to you, do you give them a super bill that they get reimbursed for their money?
So that's where, like, well, I don't accept insurance, but do you have out of network benefits? Oh, I'm not sure. Well, if you call your insurance and you figure out if you have out of network benefits, what we do is every month during care, every month, we print you out a paper of a super bill and we give that to you so you can take that to your insurance for potential reimbursement. That's what I always tell people. They say, "Oh, so I can get reimbursed." I've said potentially, not
You see, right, no, but potentially, see, that's why I always tell everybody, not just you. When you see, you go, no, I don't accept insurance. I know you don't accept it, but depending on your situation, so you gotta be real general, only because it says saying, so I'm gonna say, listen, we don't accept it, but well, I wouldn't even say that. When you accept insurance, and here's what we do: we look at it, and if we do a little bit different, but we keep our fees low. That if I'm losing train. Okay, so here's what we do: we take and depending on what you have, that's what we'll make sure all of that up the front. We will then do. Hold on 1 minute. Hey, honey, what's up? No, yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm parking somebody right now, but okay, you're on your way home. Bye bye. And we'll figure all that out. So don't worry about it. But you're not going to start any care until you see how the system works. It's a little bit
right.
different. So this isn't me, but this is going to save you 400 some dollars that you're going to be able to not spend 400 and then go we can't help you. It's the best opportunity to find out what's going on. Once you do, I guarantee you, we'll tell you how it works. And if it works out, fine. And if it doesn't, fine. But you definitely don't think the cost of doing something. What's the cost of doing nothing? So you really need to find that out.
Okay. Cost.
Okay. Okay.
So
Good.
that was the not most recent. That was like the later event. So that was in the beginning of May. So that's what was happening there. Pretty much a 0% on that one. The next one that I did was the All About Maryland Festival. That festival itself was pretty
Lean,
um
lean.
very lean compared to previous years, according to the event manager. And so I don't have any wait, do I probably have like maybe like a couple what's it called? Maybe a couple uh health screening forms from this one, but after, like I said, after the Kid Baltimore, I kind of just like, well, what was the point of going through all that work if they're not even going to do it? So
Right. Yeah.
I shied away from it, and yet we still had the new patient special at $29 instead of 20. Now it went up to 29. From that event, I had 7 people also on the books. All of them paid for their appointments. Um, of those 7 people, I had two of them come in for the day one, come in for the day two, and convert to care. I had one elderly lady who was in really bad shape who came in for her day two, could not convert to care due to finances. She's on a fixed income and could not do that. The other one was the other one, she's already a current chiropractic patient of another clinic, but she wanted to just see what we do. She wanted to see the technology and all that stuff. So she came in for her day two, did not get adjusted, and that's it. But also her spouse also paid for an appointment for herself, but her spouse never showed up for the appointment and that didn't even do the day one. And that was when it was at $29. So basically, I don't need to give you all of the breakdown of them all, but essentially, of the 7 people that got on this list, 2 of them showed up and converted to care. No health screening forms. Now, and this was when it was still $29. So it's a 2 out of 7, which obviously is still not great, but I don't know what I have to do at that point. And then the last one that not last one, the second to last one that I did, um, the second to last one that I did was the Family Fest, which was a couple weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, I should say. And that was the first time that we upped the fest of actual, like at a festival or at an event, we upped it now to straight $47. So that was the first time that we did it. I was on board with it. I had no problem against it. I wanted to actually increase it. 47 is an interesting number, but Doc says that there's psychology to it. So sure, whatever, no problem. And so, I mean, like there were people that came to the booth and I weeded them out. But then the people that did like get an appointment, again, didn't do health screening forms, which I know I'm gonna have to do them more often, and I'm going to. I guess just that one Kit Baltimore event just, I guess, messed my head up a little bit with
Yeah.
them, so I
Yeah.
guess I shied away.
Is that the one you and
I
I did last year? Isn't that
no, no,
parking
no.
lot?
No, we did the one that's actually going to come up now in this month, the Perry Hall Town Fair. You and I did the Perry Hall Town Fair together. That was my first event with you, and that's the one we absolutely crushed. Absolutely crushed. Then
Is that in the street or was that in the parking lot with the Allstate
no,
lady insurance and all that? And
that's the one that's coming up. That wasn't this one.
Okay.
This one, I wasn't here yet for this one, so I didn't
Okay.
work with you.
Okay.
But we worked the Perry Hall Town Fair, which is going to be coming up in literally like 2 3 weeks.
I wish I
Um,
could. I wish I could come out. I mean, I'm so mad. It's like, although sometimes when I even walk upstairs, I'm like breathing heavy, and anytime I guess there's a number that and our friend's daughters, and she's in charge of echograms and all this. She's she has a brother-in-law who's 400 some pounds, and I go, oh my gosh, and he had heart surgery 2 years ago. I don't know if this is the same valve, but he was 83. Now 83, let's just use it as 83 miles an hour. When the hole gets smaller, the blood's like a hose coming out faster, and so I said, oh, Bill, I mean, he's way overweight and stuff. I mean, sure, I'm not this. And I said, so what's mine? She goes, 102. I go, I'm worse than him. She goes, yeah. I mean, no wonder they said they when I called the clinic last week, I said, come on, I need the appointment. They said they said July. And I said, July. I was kind of like, and she goes, no, you don't understand, sir. The way they come in, they stack them on the end for the specialist. You were in December. And the guy looked at the chart and goes, this Dave Major, he can't wait to December. His numbers, we got to get him in. So it's like, but I'm so like a bull in China shop. Let me go. But anyway, so no, okay. So listen, I'm telling you what, gosh, you got so many great things. I'm telling you what, those things of focus on them and not giving them the BJ story and all that. Focus on their point. Keep looking at their screening form because they're telling you all the things. Boy, I know these are good things, but they're not addressing the cause. That's why you have it. Um, and just keep, but that bottom line is, you don't want to get worse. Well, if this continues to go, you think it's going to get better or worse? So again, take it, and so engage them more, talk
okay.
less, and then tell them real simple, come in, we'll check you out, we'll tell you if we can help you, and we'll tell you if you can't help it. Remember, check it out, you have nothing to lose but your problem. So it's one of those things where you check it out, you have nothing to lose but your problem. Once we do check you out, we'll tell you, one, we can help you. Two, if we can, what physically and financially are all involved in it. And then you go from there. How's that sound to you? Fair? Yes. Sounds fair.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I really
Um,
think let's keep it simple and basic like that. Because let me tell you, some people, I be telling Doc, yeah, don't send that guy out. He's terrible. Some people, I'm like, Doc, push him out there, talk. Hi, you're not like that. So, which is good. It's easier to tone someone down than to have them talk more.
I feel that. I get that. And
Yeah,
I'm like, I just consider it as like, I keep learning how to trim more fat. That's really what I feel like I'm just
exactly,
learning.
exactly.
You're trimming more fat to get to where we want to get to. So it makes sense to me. It's just, what it doesn't make sense to me is like when I'm looking at these stats, right? I'm looking at this paperwork right now, just from these two events alone. So this, I guess they're a month apart. This event was all about Maryland Festival, April 29th, and then this was the Family Fest at 43 Festival on May 20th. And the I don't want to say biggest difference, but one of the biggest differences is the price that we changed was 29 to 47. And yet the 40 when I was at Family Fest, I felt like I had more qualified patrons.
Yeah,
I felt like these were like much more serious candidates than the ones that were at the All About Maryland Festival. Even though they paid the 29 and they sounded cool, they still like gave me those like half and half kind of vibes. While these people, all of them, like for example, there was a couple here that I got that they came in, and this couple, I told what's it called? This couple, I told them, talked to them and everything. We talked a little bit about their thing, and I was like, look, he said he was like, look, I don't want to make any impulse decisions. I've been really working on that. And I'm like, perfect. Go take a lap. Enjoy the rest of the festival. I'm still gonna be here. But if you want to come back and get on my appointment sheet, you let me know. I'm still gonna be here, no problem at all. And that's what they did. They walked around. They came back like, hey, we're back. And I'm like, Wait, that's great. You guys want to keep that? Like, would you like to do? Let's get on your appointment. Let's make an appointment. We want to make an appointment. We're sold. Let's do it. And they did. They came in and they came in for the report of findings. They were skeptical to lock themselves into a full year care plan. That's the biggest thing that I remember the biggest hesitancy was. So what I offered was, okay, well, let's get you adjusted. Let's get both of you adjusted today. You pay for the adjustment. Let's let you feel that adjustment, and then I'll hear from you guys next week, this week, basically. And still haven't heard from them, which I'm not holding my breath. But both of them after the adjustment, wow, I feel amazing. I feel so different. Like, what is this? Like, blah blah. Like, like just in amazement. And so then for them not to hear anything back, like I thought I did everything. I feel like I'm doing it right.
And
How
yeah,
I'm
don't
supposed to.
beat yourself up too bad, because I sometimes I'll do everything perfect, my scripting, everything, and boom, I'm like, are you kidding me? Then others, you think there's no way to sign up. They sign up, they come in, they're great patients. So, the key is to always just know that the procedure, the process you do is the same, and then let the chips may fall where they're at. So if you don't do a year program, if they, say, well, the second best is, now I know you did just the adjustment, but there's no in between. There's no like, well, at least to get you out of pain and stuff, we can get you out of pain and correct the problem. There's a 3-month program, or there's nothing like that for you.
So we do have 3-month care plans. So we offer anywhere between 1 month, 3 months, 6 month, and 12-month care plans. With the type of work that, so hmm,
I think, well, it's totally up to you guys, but 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. I think it's either a 3 month or then a year program. And if you use my the W actually shows that you've had this for a long time. I don't know if you guys do the stress test. You should, and say, okay,
we
15, huh?
no, we
Okay.
don't. But what we do is we do it by, so there's a way to measure how long it's been there, depending on how the spine is, depending on how much degeneration, how many vertebrae and stuff is involved. And so that's what we go off of. We figure that out, and then we say, well, look, this problem has been here for this many years. Look, this problem has been here for this many years, this many years. I'm not going to start you on that many years of care, but I need time in order to fix this. This is the biggest thing I need from you is time. And so that's why we're just going to start with 1 year. I'm not going to see you that much. I'm only going to see you this amount of times in that 1 year. But we need that time in order for your body to change, your spine to correct and change and all that. And so that's the biggest thing. That's why we're bigger on the 1 year care plans. And I want to be, and I mean, I'm not having trouble selling those care plans. I mean, I don't feel like I'm selling them. I just feel like that's normal. But at the same time, like if we do 1 month care plans, or we do 3 month care plans, or 6 month care plans, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Just the only thing then that what happens is now that's going to create more work later on, in terms of the fact that then it's going to be more special appointments. So it's going to take more of my special appointments, instead of just, getting a regular schedule. It's going to be more re-exams, more meetings with these people to try to get them back into care. So that's where I'm like, I mean, I am like on board with that, and doing maybe a 1 month, 3 month, or 6 month, or a 12 month. I'm not sure. It's just
Okay, well, you're not sure. I can tell by your voice. See, in the W, look at this. 12 visits, 12, 12, 36. So it's like, so your first month program is 3 times a week for 4 weeks, right?
no, 2 times a week for 4 weeks or 3 weeks. We
So
we
that's six. That's only six. No, geez, that's not enough to even get started. But anyways, so the bottom line here is two things I want to say. 12, 12, 36. We know that there's some ups and downs in the first part of care, the phase one, but by 36 visits, 3 months, we should have pretty much the pain gone and corrected, like the braces on, teeth corrected. And then we can talk about if you want wellness care that keeps it corrected, but you've had this for so many years now. So that's number one. But number two, see, when you pull out the chart, I know it's a great chart, the generation chart, but if they can't identify with it and say, they're like, well, they're probably that chart, everyone, how do we know that I fall in that range? But when they fill my stress tests out and they go, well, hey, 10 years I played soccer and football, whatever. So I'm from 10 years old. How old are you now, sir? 32, 22 years. This initial scan exam is going to show how your body's adapted to 22 years of stress. You created, you saw the unhealthy patterns. So 22 years, and we got to stop this. We got to break this unhealthy pattern and build a healthier pattern into you. So now when you say 22 years, you tell me your life has been stressed for 22 years, and you just address the symptoms. And then I show you the chart saying, so let's see what that does after how many years. Now you show them that chart. And I ask everybody after I go through this, I'm not gonna now. So, Christian, if it took 22 years to get to this part, how long is it take to break the pattern and get you back up to health and wellness? They go 22 years. No, it's gonna take a long time. And remember when you had a small concern, just pop the pill, potion, or lotion, or even got an adjustment now and then. When you start to feel good, you're still gonna hit the same thing. Why not to see Dr. Christian? I'm okay. If you start thinking here like you did there, what's going to happen? We're going to slide back down. And then the last thing is, so any friends, family, or children in your life, are you going to let them wait 22 years of their life to get to this point? If they come in and get checked, they come right across here and miss this whole valley. So it's a journey. But anyways, but the key is this: you need to do exactly what I said, and I tell you, you'll do a lot better. Implement the finger thing to have them feel that. Be more hands-on, do the 3 T's, tough to turn, tender, feel that, ow, and tight, feel how tight those traps are. Okay. So again, then they start to get the sensatory and more feeling involved than talking.
I wanted to start implementing doing at least neck scans whenever I go to these events and stuff. But we only have 2 Titrons here, and what's it called? And after talking with Doc, he said, well, when he did them, he saw no big difference in the numbers, basically, so he stopped doing it. And 2, if anything happens to that Titron, that's an expensive piece of equipment, and then we're going to be down here in the office. And so that's where I'm like, I don't know. In my personal opinion, if we're flaunting and completely boasting about the advancements in technology that we utilize, I feel like we should show them. I feel like we should be showing that. We should feel like that in itself is its own marketing tool, but we don't. I mean, I'm not saying we need to buy another 4,000. I don't even know how much it is right now. It's probably gone up a lot more, but we're probably not going to buy another $4,000, $5,000 piece of equipment just to take it to events and stuff like that, which I understand. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Well,
but I feel like
tell them I have somebody that has a brand new one. She's got to get out of practice just the EMG. So it's only $3,000. You got to pay a transfer fee of $1,000, but that could be just solely your marketing tool, which one screening could pay for it. And
EMG.
Yeah, Surface EMG. So from
Is
Seattle.
that the one you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if he's interested, I'm kind of selling it. One lady in New York wants it, but let him know that it'd be a good, and then that way you won't touch those ones in office, and it's just a screening device.
Okay. Well, we can I'll can you text him
Sure.
that you have
Sure.
that available for that price, and someone else is interested, but if he would be willing, I mean, if he's on board with it, though, that's the thing. I'm not trying to go against his wishes, though. This is
Right.
I gotta follow his. I'm following his
Well, and
role
what
and
happens,
direction.
what I'll tell him too, what happens, no offense, but not many people, I even hate saying this, like me, when his TV didn't work, we just put a picture of the scan. I mean, I've done this 40 some years. So I cannot have a thing and do just as good or better than younger people that don't have the technology. So, you know, but I will definitely talk to him. I'm gonna talk to this other lady, Mary Johnston up in New York, who's thinking about it. I haven't heard from her. She's not interested. I'm gonna sell it to somebody else. So, and that's not just you, but I was
Right.
not saying much, but I haven't heard. So,
I
okay,
mean,
well,
I'm
that sounds good. I think you got enough. I'm gonna send this to you, so if you want to go over it, but I think
absolutely.
I know you do better if you do those three things,
Mhm.
and we'll go from there. Okay.
Yes, sir. It's good to see you, man. I really hope you're doing. I've been praying for you a lot, and
Thank you. I appreciate your prayers, and I miss you guys desperately, but it's part of life. I mean, out of 40 some years doing this, this is the first time I have a blip like so. I hope they
okay.
don't blip on that thing.
40 years though, man. That's awesome, Dave. I'm gonna be just like that. I'm gonna be just
Hey,
like that.
tell him you're gonna. I don't believe in this. I'm channeling Dave Major at the screening next time. I'm gonna be Dave Major.
Uh,
You
I'm gonna
gotta
be
put a
like, I'm
pillow
gonna
in your
put.
stomach, though. All right, hey, I love and appreciate you. Take care.
You too, my
All right,
man. Have
bye
a great
bye.
rest of your day. All right.
You too.
Later.
Bye bye.